Yo, what is up, guys? So today we got a few things to talk about on the weekly reset with yours truly. So to start, we have, of course, our boys at Liquid winning the race to world first. Now, it was an insane kill, and they played out of their mind the entire race. And it was a great thing to watch. This is always my favorite time of WoW because there are a lot of people watching it on Twitch, on YouTube. And then there's just a lot going on with the whole season starting and everything kind of popping off kind of the first few weeks. And with that being said, with them winning and then the other guilds kind of following up and killing the final boss, we have some huge nerfs coming to the palace itself. I won't read all these because there are so many of them, but pretty much this is just the next two bosses after the first four, because the first four, you know, pretty doable, and then the next two after that are a little tougher, but these guys are now a little more doable, it seems. So if you guys are progging on these mythic bosses, they should be a little easier. And then those moats that you saw, obviously on the race, because we are nowhere close to these bosses. We're getting there. But these moats now that you've seen, where you have to kind of trade them with each other, they spawn closer, which is cool for the Silken Court. And all these, again, damage and health buffs, or sorry, health nerfs, all throughout both Brood Twister and Kaivesa. So it's gonna be nice for when we prog it on that, and maybe it'll get nerfed even more. But this is a pretty good start. I love seeing that. For us normal guildies that need a little help with that. So with mythic tuning on reset on the raid, there comes also mythic plus tuning. Now there's some awesome stuff here that I saw as well, and it's mostly Grim Patrol and Siege of Borealis, and I think that was it. Oh, and the Stone Vault, that's right. So there's a few changes here, just basically some more improved visibilities, a couple of damage reductions. These mutated hatchlings were disgusting when I was tanking. I tanked like a 7, nothing crazy, but I was getting pumped by these guys towards the end of the dungeon. So it's nice to see that they are, the damage has been reduced by a lot, and then they can no longer critically strike. So I was getting wrecked by those, hopefully not too much anymore. Valinoa, Valiona, excuse me, second to last boss here, health reduced by 30%. He does have a lot of health, but I think it's always manageable. But yeah, I guess on higher keys it is a little crazy. Then you got the last boss, Abyssal Corruption, on 2 targets. That's pretty good. I believe that's the circles that go around the players when you're in the tiny little circle once you squeeze in. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. And I do remember it being on 3 players, and now it's on 2, so that's really good. A little more space for everybody. And then some damage reduction. All right, Siege of Borealis. Yeah, these guys fleeing was so annoying. So I'm glad that's not happening anymore. You know, it's like the good old Hogger NPCs running out, so I'm glad that that's not the case anymore. That's not what these guys are, but that's just what I think of when I hear of guys fleeing. Let's see, Chopper Red Hook. Let's see, players can now gain sort of immunity to iron. Oh, okay, sick. So you get a little bit of immunity after getting gripped, it looks like. I guess we'll take that. And then same thing with these with the hook and the charge. Okay, so now if you pull these 2, it looks like you won't get hooked into a charge. That's a W change. There's actually, because a couple more things like that. There were a few things like that, like in Arakara with the last week's, this week's affix with the balls that come in. It was really hard to grab and get those while you're on the second to last boss of the Arakara. Anyways, let's see. Rock Smash. They say so less frequently on these casts. The Smash Rock is really good. I think Censoring Gear is also okay. I remember, you know, that one it's not as noticeable, I don't believe, but the Rock Smash is as a good change. Cool, so more changes. Obviously, there's way more stuff on here, but I'll link these down in my description below, just so you guys can check them out, and then also see other things. Just click on the news, and then click on the WoW news, and you'll see other things. And the last thing I want to look at is the longer thing of today's video, and some more cosmetics. So some October 2024 trading post items. We got the returning class sets, and we got a couple mounts. All right, I know for you guys who are mount collectors out there like myself, these kind of get ridiculous, and I don't want to say to stop adding mounts, you know, but I like to buy every mount that comes out with the trading post. And now the problem with that is that usually the mounts are costing anywhere from like 600 to 800 traders tender. Therefore, I can't really get anything else. So then I freeze something, and then, you know, the next month I freeze that again, and it's like I just keep freezing the same thing and never end up buying the thing I froze. But let's see what we got here. So here's the prices. So we can look at the mounts. Swift Zevra, so I've already got this, but that's nice. They're bringing it back. I'm glad they're rotating these guys. Yep, formally on the November 23rd trading post. We got the good old hand mounts. I like these hand mounts. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. It'll just be another hand mount that I already have. The 750 Trader Center. It has gone down a little bit. That's good. Usually they're about 800, I believe, maybe 600. I don't know, somewhere in between there. But it's a purple. I don't know if that makes a difference if it's with it being epic, but that's that. All right, the other thing I wanted to see is the Harvest Golem ensemble because this is what I want, and it's 800 traders ender. That's, I mean, it is what it is, you know. It's my decision, right? It's either I get a mount or I get a cool transmog. Now this transmog is really cool. I think it should show down below. I'm just looking at the prices of all these for you guys. Harvester's Claw looks like one of the weapons that go with the transmog. Cool. All right, so we looked at all those prices. Nothing too crazy other than the mount and then the big set. So here's the hand mount. Here's the showing. You get this. I believe this is just what you get for completing the pass. On the Harvester transmog, like, this is sick. The hand, yeah, I guess I'm not that big of a fan of the hand, but the transmog itself is kind of cool. Pretty freaking cool, especially for Halloween coming up, you know. We got some simple armors, some simple weapons. These are actually pretty sweet. The light weapons, like this bow, is really cool. I guess is that a staff, I'm assuming. Everything else here is some dark weapons. Nice. And I'm sure there's a few other things that are coming out, but it doesn't look like. I think this is just okay, there's that. Dark weapon, yeah, okay, that's it. What I wanted to see was just the other stuff, but I'm sure that'll be released later. But I'm glad we got the prices of everything, so I can kind of pre-plan for that. I mean, obviously, what I'm gonna get is the mount here, and then maybe see if I have enough. I don't think I do though. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Just a quick reset. We're gonna start seeing more Mythic plus tuning with the race being over, and hopefully more Mythic nerfs, because I mean the race was freaking crazy. Surely on the last boss, but I guess they're letting more guilds kill that last boss how it is, and it is insane if you guys saw any of it. Hey, other than that, I'm hoping to get some good stuff out of my vault this week. All right, we got 2 bosses down in Mythic, which is really nice, and then we got a couple, or we got a plus 10 in there, one of my characters, and then we started doing a bunch of keys on all of my different characters. So this week's weekly vault video is gonna come out right after this one. So be sure to tune into that. And other than that, guys, that's gonna be it. All right. Hey, have fun. See ya.